This time I'm not going to use the pump anymore, so I'm going to leave that open. Let air in and turn off the pump. And then once it's done, I'll turn off the Rotovap and I'll close this pump stopcock again. You may notice me with my left hand grabbing here when I'm taking the flask off. This little knob there stops that from turning. So if I push that knob in, it'll stop that from turning and allow me to twist the flask to pull it off. And we can let the water go down the sink, and we're going to drain that bucket so it's above the, just above the pump housing. So now we can mask these flasks again, so we can get our crude percent recoveries. And the quark flask, which hopefully contains cinnamic acid. Now has a mass of 53.649 grams, 53.649 grams on the cinnamic acid flask, and the chem glass flask, which hopefully contains vanillin, has a mass of 54.913 grams. 54.913 grams on the vanillin flask. All that remains is to prepare a couple more vials and scrape those solids out using our nice bendy scrapey spatulas. So we have extracted vanillin. And we have active cinnamic acid, which I'm just going to label TCA for trans-cinnamic acid. Usually TCA stands for trichloroacetic acid, but in this instance TCA is trans-cinnamic acid. And as usual, we tape those labels on because we know that they don't stick well. So we're going to mask these two vials as well, so we'll know how much we get out of the flask with the scraping. The vanillin vial is 6.018 grams. 6.018 for the vanillin vial. And the cinnamic acid vial is 5.972 grams. 5.972 grams for the cinnamic acid vial. So I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to scrape and transfer, and then I'm also going to dissolve in ethyl acetate the residue and put them in separate vials for GCMS analysis.